Assalamualaikum, and I hope that you are all alright and have a nice day. Today I'm going to talk about the abolishment of the death penalty uh, according to the human rights. Is it Islam in accordance with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948, and is it Islam also allow the abolishment of the death penalty? Basically, the death penalty or death sentence was given to those who committed the capital crimes such as killing or murder. And also, there is a country who already abolished this or abolish it in an ordinary crime only. And also, it is a matter of legal process that was being punished under the judiciary system or religious of the nations. And according to Paul Robert, that there is a certain of few of the punishment for crimes that has been committed by the accused, such as monetary compensation, seizure of property, banishment, and also even the some nations impose only monetary fines for those who commit or omit the capital crimes. And also there is the capital crime was introduced by Vladimir the Great. However, after a certain period of time, he also changed it into the monetary fines only. So at here we can see there in the country there is 58 nations still retains the capital crime, and 97 nations already abolish it, and 35 nations abo- uh, abolish it in the practice. Means they did not abolish, but however it is still in the law, in their laws. However, it is not, they did not practice it, and we can predict that in the future they will also abolish the death penalty or death sentence. Also, the death penalty or the capital punishments is from the religious views. This is included in Islam. We may see it first in the Torah of the Prophet Moses that the capital punishment will be imposed for those have an intention doing intentional killing, kidnapping, sexual crimes, and also blasphemy, and also who violates the death of Sabbath. And this also through in we will see in the Buddhism in chapter 10 of Dhammapada states that everyone who fears punishment, everyone fears death, and just as you do. Therefore, do not kill or cause to be killed. And in further chapter 26 states that I call Brahmin who has put aside weapons, who had put aside weapons and renounce violence towards all creatures, and also he neither kills nor helps others to kill. So at here, even there are different interpretation according to Dhammapada, but there is a provision of the mercy, forgiveness in the teaching of Buddhism. And in Hinduism, they support both in the prevention and applications of the death penalty or the capital punishment. It supports in order to prevent violence and also disorderliness, in which it prevents from being into the soul of the person or the community. In Judaism, the death penalty is recognized in halakha, but the crime must be beyond the reasonable doubt. And if there is a doubt, so it will be released. There is a Jewish scholars, legal scholars in the 12th centuries, Maimonides stated that it is better and more satisfactory to acquit 1,000 guilty persons than to put a single innocent to death. So that means in the canon law of the Christianity, it can be found in the Old Testament, where it stated that if there is any further injury, that you shall appoint as a penalty of life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burn for burn, wounds for wounds, and bruise for bruise. New American Standard Bible, the books of Exodus, book of Exodus, verses 23 until 36, and this mentions that there is a law of retaliation or retributions. However, this is in contrast with the practice of the Jesus Christ that show mercy and forgiveness to those accused. So, but according to Roman Catholic, it is a death penalty is a deterrent and prevention and not as a mean of vengeance or revenge. So it is a prevention. In Islam also, in Islam, an order for capital punishment was stated in the Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 158. Verse 178 is that, in translation, all you who believe, the law of equality, qisas is prescribed to you in cases of murder. The free for the free, the slave for the slave, and the woman for the woman. So the equitable retribution has been ordered to be met, and to be met if someone has done a capital crime or killing them intentionally, and robbery that involve the loss of soul of another person. Allah further stated that there is a saving of life in order to prevent the convicted from repeating his bad deeds again. So this is also to warn the community to prevent them from doing this again. However, in Islam, there is further in the Surah Baqarah, verse 178, um, that there is further options for the victim or brother of the slain, that they may choose if they want to sorry if they want to seek for retribution or retaliation, or to kill the criminals, those who kill their family, or second, they may also ask for the diyat or the blood money, or third, they may forgive. They forgive that person and let him free. Therefore, in conclusion, Islam makes strict conditions in order to implement the capital punishments. This is because there can be no absolute divine justice with anyone other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Sharia also stresses on the applying the punishments of hudud if there is suspicion. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Do not apply the punishment if there is any doubt or single suspicions." And also, Islamic law cannot be implemented on a society or community that is unfamiliar with it and does not have knowledge about it, and they do not understand the Islamic law. Islamic law can only be implemented on the community and enforced on the community that have knowledge on it and understand about it and familiar with it. So Islam tries to release and the accused from being convicted and punished by providing strict rules in accepting the evidences or witnesses, that it must be beyond reasonable doubt without even single suspicious. If there is any single suspicious, then they execute the convicted will be acquitted. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you will understand the concept of death penalty in Islam. Islam encourage others to forgive the victims, but it is the right of the victims. Who are we want to deny the rights of the victim's family? What if I give an analogy? What if your family was being killed, your mother was being killed, your father was being killed, your relatives was being killed? So it depends on you. If you have mercy, want to show mercy and forgiveness, then you forgive that person. But if you want to seek for monetary compensation or blood money, or in Arabic diyat, then you may seek for the monetary compensation or fines. But if you cannot forgive that person, the money cannot make you ease, and you lost a lot of future earnings or other else, and you want to seek for retaliation, and Islam allows that. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.